So Becky Parisotto, I am the VP of Digital Programs at Orium. Orium is a service integrator. We're based out of Toronto, Canada, and we are at Shop Talk to work with our customers, retailers, partners, and help spread the word about composable commerce. Composable commerce, essentially, if we kind of rewind a decade ago, we had custom commerce. Then we moved to headless commerce, which means that we could decouple the front-end experience from the back-end experience. And that's evolved one step further for composable commerce, where we're sitting today. Composable commerce essentially means that you can take the best-in-breed tools and have different SaaS tooling plugged in together, integrated together, so you don't have to live with whatever comes out of the box of a monolithic platform. So if you want a new promo engine, you can plug in Talon.One instead of using the out-of-the-box promo engine that came with your commerce tooling. And this is really allowing for companies, retailers to be competitive and tell the story of their brand in a way that matches their operations and speaks to their customers. So it's pick and choose what fits for you, scale how you want and where you want, and only pay for the parts that you need and want to use in your stack. I think Orium brings to the MACH Alliance essentially the focus. We do center of the bullseye around composable commerce only. So it's not just a practice within our organization and then we have a Shopify and a Salesforce practice in other branches. We just focus on composable commerce. And so with that, I think we bring an expert eye for what is realistic for retailers and brands to evolve into this kind of MACH space. I think that an underlying theme that I experience working with Orium is that we bring the ability to take a prospective customer to all of the different parts of the MACH architecture ecosystem and help them understand what it is that they're trying to purchase, how it will or will not be able to serve their business needs. So really that strategic advisor role is often how our relationships start. And I think that that is our power in the MACH Alliance, is that we're focused in on only composable commerce, and then we really want to help be a champion with brands and help them understand what their potential is and how to get started. You don't need to do a big bang. You don't have to do it all. We can advise you, like, start in this slice, be sensible, do a proof of concept. So a really deep understanding of the opportunity, but also where to be conservative and be honest with prospective retailers. And I think that that's really mirrored in our relationship in the MACH environment. So the MACH Alliance is important for retailers to me because essentially the MACH Alliance is born out of frustration, in my opinion. There is a better way to go about building out your commerce infrastructure and ecosystem. You don't have to pick a monolith off the shelf. You can pick best-in-breed tooling, and the MACH Alliance's ethos is really surrounding that exact type of thinking. It is use what is best for you, don't use what you're forced to. Also, the SaaS model within the MACH Alliance, it's a different way of purchasing software if you are a retailer. And the MACH Alliance really is important in this space because you should not be getting hosed on your fees. You should not be paying, I mean, we hear absurd figures, tens of millions, hundreds of millions in fees for brands that hold multiple websites, multiple experiences. That money should be reinvested into your infrastructure. You should not be paying that off the top. And that's really what the MACH Alliance is bringing and composable commerce is bringing to the retailer, is they're turning the power dynamic around and they're giving it back to the retailer. You do not have to be forced into these 5-year-long agreements for tens or hundreds of millions of dollars in fees. You can spend that money more sensibly, and you can decide this year we want to focus on customer experience. And you can pivot your funding towards that. You don't have to just pay to keep the commerce engine running all of the time. You can really say, okay, this year we're gonna buckle down on loyalty. This year we're gonna buckle down on content management system and give that headless experience to our marketing team and empower them. So I really think that that's the shift that we're seeing now, and I expect it to be even more dramatic in the next 3 to 5 years. The MACH Alliance has a lot of opinions, and that is what I love about the people that sit on the board, are the advisors, are the ambassadors, is if they feel it, they say it. It's really not just about patting each other on the back and saying, oh, everybody's technology is great. They really have opinions, and they're public about them. And I think that that is helpful for retailers to be able to build out the best possible experience for the right dollar value for their organizations. I'll categorize this in two ways. One, it is freedom of choice for investing in the areas of your tooling that your organization as a retailer actually genuinely needs to improve conversion, lifetime customer value, all of these really critical indicators. And the second component that I think is very critical is that you can date your software, you do not have to marry it. So if it's working for you now, that's great. If it's not working for you in 5 years, you can swap out modules, components, products, and evolve without having to constantly re-platform, talking leadership into, multi-million-dollar, 18-month-long investments. So really, that autonomy and that flexibility should be mirrored in budgets and behaviors, and you do not have to go all at once big bang. You can be a little bit more conservative and strategic. So I think that those are probably the two main areas that I see this being the benefit.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it, Becky.
Thanks for having me.